Hello there, good afternoon. This is Anna. So I need to lock this meeting just in case. I don't want anybody to join the meeting while I'm doing this analysis on what happened today. This is very important thing as far as uh, trading, because the fact that, can go against you, and you have to make decision if you got to go long or short. So those are the things that you have to be considered. So now this is a day trade that we had in RTY. So I did a Fibonacci retrace from 9 to 10 there. I mean, that's not nothing new. Also, let me just take that off. We did reach the high 161 level, and as soon as we break out from these level from R3, that's the, no, I'm sorry. We actually had 2112, the breakout from there. Once you break out, it goes. Okay, so those are like the breakout box that I called from the Darvis. And they're very important because like here, breakout from there, we go higher. So here's the, to show you what we had as far as the RTY trade this morning. Okay, so we are long RTY really early in the morning. Like this is at 9:19 before we even open. Also long, I did long on NQ and ES. Okay, I did long on GC at 40, and then at 9:32, I I called exiting on RTY, exiting on NQ. And then, I said, if you're still in it, target the 1926 from the measurement. Okay. And then I called the long in CL. Let's look at CL and see what happened on here. CL was a great trade as well. Besides the RTY, that was, that was here. That was actually perfect trade. That was a great. I mean, I normally like break down, the trade for everyone just because this is really like important. So here, I mean, this morning, okay, so we went higher from, I don't know, 12:30 at night. I'm sure you're not awake around that. Here's the trade. Take that off. So here's the trade. Okay, long. We have these indicator. Okay, this indicator is free for everyone that actually are in the room. And I said go long on the VWAP 5272. Okay, and target the recent high. So the recent high here is 5326 right there. And it went above actually to 5342 right now. So anyway, that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for, because also if you look at here, this is returning to the mean. Okay, the trade is not done, even though we broke the 32 HMA. I mean, you could go short there, it's fine if you want to do that, but I'm only be targeting the VWAP there because I want to go long. Okay, so this is like the sample, the trades that we do in the room, and they're very, they're very powerful as far as trading. So let's look at ES. So ES has a funky move this morning, and it's kind of, I don't want to say I'm annoying by it. It's like I sometimes this thing can get like confusing. So okay, um, let's go see what I did. So here we are long. Um, uh, 9:30 to, I said 90 long at ES, and the target VWAP. Why would I want to call that? Let me explain to you how I trade. Okay, so the 90s from here in the morning. So here, let me show you. Let me show you why. So here's a 32 HMA here. Okay, this is my classic trade that I do in the room. I mean, this is not going to be a lot. It'll be targeting the BWAP or targeting the pivot. Okay, in RT in ES. So the reason I enter this trade is we kind of got lower the second time here, kind of like past the MPD bands. In Ninja Trader, you will see this ES actually is going to be in lower, and I'm going to show you that right here. Actually here, sorry. This is in 15. Let's change that to 5 so you can see it. Ooh. So this is in Ninja Trader. Okay. So here. Now we have the support there. I mean, I could have taken that 85 long, but I waited until I get, closer to this trade above here to the 32 HMA. I just want to be, just want to make sure of that. And then and targeting to like to the BWAP pivot. It wasn't a lot, okay? It wasn't a lot. But that's the kind of thing that could happen sometimes. All right. So and you got to pay attention too that there's here as far as resistance here at 3806 and the resistance here. So if you get a candle that, okay, so at 10:30 we didn't go higher than a recent high, like from here to here, 3804. This trend, this uptrend here, it's not enough. Okay, that's what I find, that if we don't get continuous green candles here, it's the trend in bullish is not as strong. That's how I look at it. And of course, we short BWAP as always. If we go below BWAP, we'll short. That's just part of the trading. And you have this 32 HMA, gone cross. That's the kind of thing that we use. So here's that trade also, and that happened in NQ as well. So it changes the colors on the toss. Okay, and you have Robs here. That is Robs. I still love Robs, as far as my signal indicator that I use. So here targeting the S1, and it goes below that, breaking these low, and probably will go to the S2 and look at the S2 level. And this is not the first time this thing happened. Okay, I think it was like yesterday too that this happened, as far as going to S2 and then bounce. All right, and then you're going to target BWAP again from there to there. If you got long here on the 32 HMA, you continue to go long. Okay, and then target BWAP and then pivot. So how easy is that as far as like knowing? And you have this W pattern. I have these for the I don't think I have this for the member. These are not for the members. Actually, I do sell them. They are not free, but if you have my indicator, at least you know what you're looking at. Okay, so I do normally sell them for $4.99, all of them together, but DM me and I'll give you a deal or whatever. I really want you to be in the room, and how to use them, it's really is good as far as knowing, and targeting and things like that. So that's in ES. Okay, and we're still hovering pivots until like we close. Let's go to NQ. This is like the same thing, like again and again. I mean, literally you are gonna get you just know. Okay, you just know that this possibly can like going down, here breaking the BWAP of 9. So we are long here. Okay, we did go long here. I did go long at 9:30. I think it was here, 9:30 or something. Where are we? like close to 9. Hold on, let me go see where did I go long so I could show you. So 919, I was long 890. Okay, and then I exit um in NQ at BWAP. Okay, so that was here, and then target the BWAP here. I mean, this wasn't a lot. Um, this probably like 40 points or something. I mean, it got to 50 points. This 890 to like 840 is 50 points, but I got out at 840. Okay, because I didn't like this trade right here, actually this candle in here. And then after that, look what happened. Short again on a VWAP. And of course, you're going to target this low here and possibly this low. That could happen. I mean, there's always like possibility that, but the NQ is like just, keep going down, up and down. There's just really nothing going on there. If that was the case that happened there, I would exit. This went back here and then green again. I would have been exiting the trade, okay? Because there's no continuous thing for me. I need to really see this continuous red. And here's the second rundown. Okay, so we measure the low to high from here and target the 12,800 on NQ. That is coming back to the BWAP and short again. Okay, so this kind of stuff, like if you know that you gone back to the BWAP and it's below pivot, especially, it's always a short. It's always a good short. And I mean, we didn't get to S2, no big deal, but let me show you perhaps that there's support in there. Let me get that out. It did go to the 1618 outskirt of the MPD band. So like here, this is a trade, like here, this is a trade. That is a W formation right there, okay? And then you're gonna target the VWAP, especially when they get to 32 HMA. That is an important entry. Once they get there, you kind of want to go long, okay? And then target the VWAP. And I always go to the nearest like points. Like if I have, if I have the pivots here, that's gonna be my target. If I'm coming from here at 814, this is gonna be my target, the 816. That's 50 points and almost like 70 points in NQ from that run from 32 HMA. And I always like, this is like happen like almost every time. So let's look at NQ, and I could show you that they are the same thing here. So here, right? Okay, here's the support 12789. Okay, if you have Ninja Trader, it's great. So that is like a yesterday previous support. You need to be looking at those. Okay, and here's the 32 HMA going above it. Okay, this is like almost like a hammer, but it's harami, really bullish engulfing. Dragonfly doji, indicating that it's going up. So you're going to be targeting the BWAP. That's the BWAP that changes color as well. Okay, so this is like returning to the mean, this trade to here. So that's how you would trade something like that if you gone down like really far from earlier, especially when we reach the 1618 retracement. And I'm going to show you how to do that again. Okay, so retracement, it's just low to high from here to here. So 773, that's the last number that you're going to be looking at. And if there's possibility that it will go up there, but to be sure, I always use the 32 HMA to, to catch the price action there. All right, so that's just how we trade in the room. if you have the Ninja Trader, and also you can kind of see this here too, if you wanted to have um, a shaft instead of stochastics. So let's look at GC, because GC, I'm gonna show you GC. Oh, let's look at CL. I don't think I have CL, it's not updated, but I'll show you. This is great. So here's another W pattern. W formation, going at 32 HM. I mean, you could have gone long here, that's fine, right? But you would probably think, oh my God, I'm gonna get taken out because here, but you get support there at 1837. Now I would be like, you know, my stop loss would be below here, probably like 1835. Okay, if I got in at 1840, then I'll be looking at three, or sometimes I do 2 point stop loss in GC just because I don't know. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But since I wasn't sure, where we're gonna head down, and we are in pivot and in here, and we actually gone down from R2 to pivot. So that's nerve-wracking for me. Okay. I don't know. This is like a zone where it might go down or it might go up. So if it does go down, then I'll be taken out. And if it does go up, sometimes I would get stop out like twice, and no big deal. I will still get in it just because I have a target. Okay, very important on targeting. As far as the VWAP, when it you know gone there and it went above it, you need to go long again, target the next resistance, which is here on R1. So that's the kind of stuff you're supposed to be looking at. So let me show you how GC is on toss. So here's the 5 minutes, right? I mean, we entered here the 40, and I got stopped out. No big deal. And I re-enter again and targeting the R pivot. I'm sorry, the BWAP. This is returning to the mean. This is a W pattern, or I don't know, could be triple bottom or something like that. Okay, so 32 HMA starting going green. That's what I'm looking for as far as targeting the R1 right there. So that's the only thing that I can think of to show you. Let's go see. Silver is breaking out. So that's another thing too that I was long earlier when I measured it early this morning. And here's, I think I did show you CL already. So here's CL. Okay, so CL was great today. So here going on the BWAP earlier on long side, and targeting the R2 or the nearest high from where it was at. So I was targeting this one right here. I think I already showed that, but that was the one that I was pointing it earlier in CL. So let's look at SLV or silver, sorry. So silver is actually breaking out from the high already. So here, we need to have continuous pattern here in silver. So here, W formation, 32 HMA. Here's your green. Turn green on your BWAP. How amazing is that? Okay, breaking out of the box. Breaking out of the box. So that's how you trade that. You start looking for the recent high on targets, or catch the R2, or I think it's that R2. Yeah, R2 right there. If it didn't go to where you wanted to go, and you get a candle like a doji, or get out. You can exit out because it actually violated a 32 HMA. That means like this can go sideways or something. That's just what it means. So 32 HMA is kind of like your guide to go on a trend. Okay, the Darvas, I use it for breaking out, breaking down on targets, are the pivots and the BWAP. Entries are BWAP also. So You need to have process as always. And you guys have a good one. Thank you.